Good morning, everyone. Good morning, friends. It's always amazing to see you all, and happy Monday. I don't know, Rena, we're just talking about where the week just flies. The weekend goes by so quickly, and we hope that you had an amazing weekend and you're ready to start to rock your week in a perfect way. So let's get started. My name is Alka.
My name is Ria,
and
welcome to our show.
So friends, today I'm going to be sharing about from my book, Think and Grow Rich. I'm going to be sharing chapter 6, specialized knowledge. So your experiences or observations. Now, there are two kinds of knowledge, general and specialized. Now, let's take a look. Now, knowledge in itself will not attract money. It's in the implementation, and it's how it's organized in the the plans that you have set in place that will give you the accumulation of money. So, Ria, let's have a chat with you. You have been, you were a physician. So that is specialized knowledge that you have gained all the years to becoming a physician. What would the criteria, what would you say that the experiences that you've had along the way, when I talk about specialized knowledge, what are some of the experiences that have set forth with you and the direction that you set for yourself today as a real estate investor?
So thank you, Alka. Napoleon Hill is very knowledgeable. He talks about general and specialized. And yes, going into medicine, we do have specialty. So I'll be talking one, the field of medicine, and number two, about the real estate. So I'm an MD, a doctor of medicine. And when we go into medicine, we have different specialty. So I specialize in the knowledge of family medicine and geriatric. So when I went into the specialized knowledge of family medicine, that's a 3-year of residency training program. And then only after I graduate can one become an attending physician and practice the specialized knowledge of family medicine. So with family medicine, we deal from geriatrics, elderly, to all the way to newborn. So we deliver babies, we take care of them when we deliver them normally, okay? When the case is complicated, that goes to the OB/GYN, they do cesarean section. But with normal birth, the family medicine physician is able to handle that. Now we take care of the babies when they're born, we become pediatrics too, but we are under the family medicine specialized knowledge, and then adulthood, until they are old or elderly and they become geriatrics. Now, further into the different fields of specialized knowledge in medicine, one can decide if they want to further their specialized knowledge. So what I did during my 3 years of family medicine specialized knowledge, I decided that I'm going to go into further specialized knowledge of geriatrics. So what I did, I spent 1 year in the VA, so the Veterans Affairs. I graduated from the University of Maryland doing the specialized knowledge of geriatrics. So what that means is I studied for 1 year the field of taking care of elderly veterinarians or even younger veterinarians. They don't have to be old. So that's the specialized knowledge of medicine, in particular family medicine and geriatrics. And when it comes to the real estate, I apologize, my dog is barking. With this field of the real estate, there's different asset class of real estate. Now you can have apartments, you can have mobile parks, you can have land development, you can have short-term rentals. So in my current business, in my growth and scaling of real estate, I'm in the apartment class. So my husband and I rent out long terms to our tenants here in Pennsylvania and in Tampa, Florida.
So Ria, absolutely, so specialized knowledge is, we acquire that, and throughout the, training that's how specialized knowledge, we get that throughout, the years. But however, there is a missing link when it comes to, education, when it comes to, the educational institution. When kids graduate, and Ria, we talked about this, that when kids graduate college, it's good because schools, universities, they do prepare you for the outside world, and the subjects that you are taught at college, at university, sometimes it's not that knowledge that you have when you are at college is not always equipped. Ria, would you agree? It's not always, you're not always equipped to take that knowledge that you've learned into the outside world.
I agree. There are several classes that we took during, college and post-college that we do not apply in the real world. What school has taught me is to do my work, to be diligent and to be responsible, right? To start, to finish what I started. So yes, the things we learn in school cannot all be deployed and used in the real world.
Exactly. So I'm just going to read just a short paragraph, that an educated person is not one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. So an educated person is not one who has an abundance of general or specialized knowledge. However, an educated person is one who has developed its mental faculties, has developed so much, it's developed their mind that they can acquire anything they want. That is the definition of an educated person, and I absolutely love that because it is so profound. It is so important that once we begin to develop our mind in the right way, channel in the right way, and Ria, we've talked about this last week, that once we begin to channel our minds in the appropriate way, we can acquire anything. And so success and money, it comes down to how do you channel yourselves? How is it that you are, I talked about last week, doing affirmations, auto suggestions, self-suggestions. Well, how are you, what are you saying every day to really impact and hold what you are wanting? So education. So Ria, I really agree with that, because sometimes, education, we think about, our teachers, they've taught us the institution, but sometimes, it's not always, we don't always take that knowledge into the outside world. Like, for example, like trigonometry, we learn all this just for the sake of learning, but do we apply into the outside world? We don't. So some subjects, just stay at school, and some subjects that we learn during the education system, we don't always apply them. So Ria, I just wanted to just share, if you have any other comments you also would like to share.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I live in USA and you live in Canada. So we live in the first world country, the richest, countries in the world, right? And if other people are making money in the table and I am not making any money in the table, then it's not because I'm stupid or I'm lazy. I'm not making any money in the richest country of the world because I do not have the right information. So when you see others making money in the table and you're in the table not making any money in, or I am not making any money in the richest country of the world, then there has to be some information that I am misinformed, right? The specialized knowledge that others have, the people that are winning in the table, I do not possess. So the question I would ask is, why are they winning in this rich country? And why am I not winning? What specialized knowledge do they have that I do not possess? So it's very important that we have the right information. If we have the wrong information, it's not too late. We pivot. Just like when I started my apartment business, I was doing one apartment every year. Because why? That was my information then. They said, do 1 year at a time. In 10 years time, you'll have 10. So that was my information. But then when I saw others playing in the table, they were acquiring 10, 20, 30 apartment units in the richest country in the world. I'm like, I've got the wrong information. What specialized knowledge do these players have in this same table that I do not possess? And so that's when I decided I have the wrong information and I'm going to pivot. Instead of one single family home every year, I'm going to double, triple, or 4 times or 10x that apartment. And so now between my husband and I, we have 67 and we're closing on 2 more in a few weeks from now.
That is amazing. That is amazing, Brian. Thank you so much for sharing. Absolutely. Had you just stuck with the model that you had initially were doing, that would have taken Ria such a long time to get to her goal of achieve of apartments that she has desired. That would take her such a long time. So it's in the multiplication, it's in the compounding, that is where it happens. Now, also in the book, we come across, names such as Henry Ford, Thomas Edison. Now, all these men who were millionaires in their time, how did they do it? They had no knowledge. They had maybe say like 3 months of school, and they dropped out, but they developed the knowledge, they implemented the knowledge, they're specialized, and they create the mastermind. Also, the power in this chapter is in the mastermind, and how your mastermind collectively can really reach you to your desired goals. So friends, we've come to the end of the show, but we just wanted to leave you with this segment that, you know what, as we had mentioned, it's never too late. It's never too late to pivot, even though you may be, you think you're on the right track by just doing 1 or 2 of, compounding on whatever endeavor is that you are at, but you are wanting to really elevate. And how can you do it? Well, you need to compound. You need to do it like 10 times of that thing will get you to your goal. So my goal for you friends this morning is to have that specialized knowledge that you are wanting. So whether you are whether right now, for example, you're working at a grocery store, right? And your goal is to really create that life that you want. How are you going to do that? And you are thinking, why should working at a grocery store, you're a teller, packing in the groceries, and you are wanting, okay, well, I want to be an accountant. So your specialized knowledge will be to go to night school, to take up accounting, go to night school. And then that's how you will change, like Ria said, you're going to compound, you're going to change your life experiences and observations. So this chapter 6 is about your life experience and observations. So Ria, any final thoughts before we do close for the end for the show?
Yes, thank you, Alka, for this beautiful topic of specialized knowledge. One thing that I would like to impart to our viewers is that you talked about mastermind. So I am not smart, and we don't have to be all smart in the room. The important thing is we need to be in the right room, surrounded by great minds, and that's what we call mastermind. So we do not have to be the wisest. We do not have to have the highest IQ in the room. And we need to be surrounded by these great minds so that we have the right information and deploy it in the right way in our own lives and in our own business. So we'll see you tomorrow for our next episode.
Absolutely, we will. We'll see you tomorrow, friends. So in the meantime, have an amazing day. Make the best of the day, the rest of your days to come, and we will see you tomorrow, same time, same place.